good afternoon. Intro to art. So here you are inside of PIXLR. Now, depending on when you're watching this video, I may have already explained some stuff, or you're going to be hearing this for the very first time. But your assignment for today is to take the photographs that you downloaded for this assignment and cut them out from the backgrounds and separate them on their own brand new layer. And I want to show you guys, obviously, not only how to do that, but some very specific things that you're going to want to be mindful of. So stay tuned here to this video and make sure that you kind of watch all the ins and outs, pause the video as need be, so that you kind of can understand what it is that you're going to be submitting for a grade at the end of class today. All right, welcome back. So obviously I'm using this photograph from a previous class, mainly because it's fairly straightforward, but also again so that you guys can kind of get an idea as to what it is you're going to be asked to do and how you're going to be able to do it. Now, yesterday in class I showed you guys and documented the magic wand tool, which really works just as a selection tool in regards to us being able to make selections of a digital image specifically, but we're going to combine this tool with the cutout tool located directly underneath it. I'll move my screen over here, the cutout tool here, and it'll kind of help you complete this assignment a little bit more effectively and a little bit more efficiently. Now, the one thing that I'm going to tell you guys and warn you about, so please make special note of what I'm about to demonstrate here. Make sure that you don't work straight off of the image layer. Make sure that you duplicate this layer here, okay? So that we can make sure that anything that we do is actually happening to a copy of a copy rather than, right on the artwork. And you can see here, I just made a duplicate. And to show you guys what's happening, I'm gonna double click or click on that lock and actually turn off, make the background invisible. Now, the cutout tool here that we're going to be using, it kind of works a little bit like the magic wand tool. Again, the scissors cutout tool kind of works that way, but also has some unique features here. As soon as we start using this, what's going to happen is we're going to be making selections as to what we want to keep and what we want to get rid of. So we have some tools up here. We can cut out shapes based on geometric shapes. We can cut out and select shapes based on using the magic wand or the paintbrush, which may be very helpful using the tablets that I introduced you guys to yesterday. And of course, we also have the lasso tool, which again, it's not really very helpful when you're using your finger on the trackpad, but using a mouse or the tablet tools will be very beneficial. For this image, I'm going to go straight to the magic wand tool. And I'm just going to simply show you how this works by clicking on the magic wand. Now, what happened here as soon as I clicked this is that the area that I clicked got selected, but it got deleted. And that's because I have the remove from mask option selected here. I want it to actually be added. So let me go ahead and undo that. Let me undo, Control Z or Command Z if you're using an Apple computer, and let me switch over to the add mask, and I'll just click right back on the same area, and you can see that everything else gets deleted. Now obviously there's going to be some issues here, so I want to click down, and you can see that I just moved my mouse down slightly and clicked down, and that selected everything else. And you can see that I have some other areas over here like this light yellow that I need to click and add, and some of the light area over here. I know there's a part of the orange beak, and every time I click using this magic wand tool, a little bit more of the document gets shown through. I'm going to be very careful in areas that get close to the borders over here because I don't want the background. Be very careful when I select the eyeballs over here, and that's probably about as much as I can get. Be very delicate in some of these areas so that I just don't accidentally move over here to the background and select the background. And then I know there's a little bit of area down there that I end up selecting, and this is looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good with the consideration that there's some areas over here that need to get added as well. You can see the checkerboard pattern. Whoop, sorry about that. You can see the checkerboard pattern kind of poking its way through there. So let me zoom out and show you how we're going to fix that. I'm going to move up to the toolbar here and select the paintbrush. And what this will allow me to do is use my mouse as a paintbrush tool. And you can see as soon as I click over that, it just paints or selects the area that originally wasn't getting selected with the paintbrush. So I'm going to go in there now. Let me zoom out a couple times. You can see here in the eye, you can see here in the eye, I'm going to kind of just draw around that, get some of the eyelashes. And this paintbrush tool helps me a little bit easier by just simply going over areas that I need to get selected, but weren't getting selected with the magic wand. Now we also have tools like the Lasso Tool that will allow us to sort of draw a shape that we want. This is a little bit more problematic as you are drawing with your mouse button, so you kind of have to work very carefully with what you're trying to get selected. And it might be something that you use the tablets for. I can even draw, like for example, let me zoom in here. I can draw like a shape around this area right here, and that'll bring in everything in that spot. But I like to kind of just use the paintbrush and the magic wand tool as I'm doing this, just because it gives me a little bit more freedom. A little bit more freedom. And now that we've got all of this sort of saved and separated from the background, okay, what I'm going to do here is show you guys very quickly how to save this now on its own transparent see-through background. So if at any point this demonstration moved too fast, go ahead and pause it at this moment because I'm going to jump into the next step. All right, welcome back. So hopefully you guys watched this video to show you guys how to use the cutout tool to separate everything from the background. And whether you're working on the rubber duck or possibly the apples, the wooden blocks, the basketball, whatever it is that you're working to try and separate, now you're ready to save this document as a file that you can then install or upload to Google Classroom and get credit for all of your hard work. Now, on most of these other photos that I've shown you, there's not really anything that's been cut out. They're just the simple photographs. But if I go back to the rubber duck, okay, if I go back to the rubber duck, I've already got all of this cut out, and I've got my transparent, my see-through background here that's represented by the checkerboard pattern. To save that, I'm going to simply click the File Save option. And you can see right here that it automatically, that is PIXLR automatically recognizes that I've got a see-through background and highlights the option PNG that will save that transparency for me. If we click up on the JPEG, you'll notice that the background does not turn transparent, it turns white, okay? If we click anything else, we don't have those options. And of course, we know what a PXZ file is. A PXZ file will save all the different layers. Now for this document, this file, this assignment, you don't have to save the PXZ file. So hopefully, I hope most of you guys watch this video. All I'm asking you guys to do is save the PNG and make sure that the toggle switch here for transparent is selected. I'm going to go ahead and click Save As. And it'll bring me up, there it is, rubberduck.png. Save this in a location that you can find. For example, I'm saving it on my desktop. And I know it's going to be kind of hard to see, so let me minimize some working windows that I've got in the background here just to show you guys what this will then look like. So here, let me move that, there we go. Here is my rubber ducky photograph. Let me move this over. Here's my rubber ducky JPEG photo with the background. And then here is my photograph here of the background taken out. Now on my computer, transparency won't be shown. It shows a background here of gray, but that's just how photographs will pop up. I can show you though what this looks like inside of PIXLR. Let me go back here to PIXLR and here we go. You know what? Let me open up this JPEG image right here. Now you guys don't have to do this. I'm just kind of showing you exactly what will happen. I'm going to bring in that PNG file and say add to current, and there you can see there's my rubber ducky photo. I can kind of resize this, even put this over top of things and manipulate it in certain areas. And you can see that the background doesn't come with it because a PNG file saves transparency. It saves that invisibility. So what I want you guys to make sure that you're doing on all of these images, the rubber duck, the apples, the wooden blocks, the basketball, the boots, I want you guys to cut out the backgrounds and save the object that the file is saved on. So for this one, I want you guys to get rid of the background but save the boots. For this one, I want you, well, get out of here, rubber ducky. I want you guys to get rid of the background but hold on to the basketball. For this one, the wooden blocks. For this one, the apples. And I want them to all be on a transparent checkerboard background by saving it as a PNG file. hopefully you guys save this, watch this video, paused it, and highlighted it whenever need be. And if you have some issues, please communicate those. But this stuff is pretty straightforward, and I think as long as you guys watch this video throughout the hour and pause it when you need to, you'll have no problem turning this in. Good luck, guys. I look forward to seeing your submissions. Take care.